welcome back to another episode of Planet Kelly. Today we're just going to do a cute little catch-up episode while I still edit my guest interview episode that I'm super excited about, by the way. We're going to talk a little bit about going to Oklahoma, which is where we did the interview, and I had never been there before, and honestly, it was so gorgeous, but it really reminded me a lot of Nebraska. So I was very surprised because I don't think I've ever been anywhere that I've been like, wow, I still feel like I'm in Nebraska. But it was really pretty. Anyways, let's get started. So I feel like, again, it resembled like the streets, the way that the city is set up, and just the greenery. It was so beautiful, and I definitely want to go back there so that we can explore a little bit more, because we just did like a quick 24 36 hour trip. Like, it wasn't anything crazy, so we want to go back so that we can actually walk around town, go do something fun, maybe go back when they have, like, when the NBA games are going again, and go see a Thunder game or something. So we are looking forward to going back there, but I definitely have to say I was very surprised that it gave Nebraska vibes. Except I'll say, I don't know if I don't notice it because I live here, but a lot of people say the Midwest nice. As in, like, we just have manners, or we hold the door for people, or we say, excuse me, or whatever. And I don't feel like I notice it because I lived here my whole life, but going to another place in the Midwest and having them not be like that definitely gave me a red flag. It seemed like almost every person that we had encountered from the time that we got in the car, crossed over from Kansas to Oklahoma, and any of the gas stations we stopped at, when we got to our hotel, like, it wasn't giving the best hospitality, but we survived. I will have to say, though, my guest that I interviewed, she was very, very, very generous and let us come into her house and do the podcast episode there. I was just going to do it in the hotel that we booked, but she was like, we can do it at my house. And I was like, yeah, that'd actually be awesome. And oddly enough, she had like the perfect setup for a fucking podcast. I was like, so you should start one, because, like, you already have it set up, so might as well. Yeah, we went to her house and recorded there and everything. And then when we got back to our hotel, I was really at ease because I just felt like it was a lot of nerves, you know. But we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into that. But we also went out to dinner with them after the interview, with her and her daughters and her husband and her mom and Maddie, obviously. And it was gorgeous. First of all, the food was really good. We went to this place called Eddie's, and we went to the location that's on Lake Hefner. If you guys ever go to Oklahoma City, you guys should definitely try it. And the views were absolutely gorgeous. So they had like a couple different restaurants. All of their patios faced the lake, and then they have like a pedestrian walkway that people were just walking their dogs, riding their bikes. It was gorgeous. And there was a lighthouse there. Seriously, it was stunning. I wish I would have taken pictures, but I was way too in the moment, which I'm happy about, but kind of sad we didn't take more pictures about it because it was really pretty. Oh, yeah. So let's do a story time. Starting with the night before we left for Oklahoma. Okay? So we go out to dinner because it's Maddie's birthday. We're celebrating Maddie's birthday, and we're celebrating the fact that we leave the next day so that we can go to Oklahoma City for my interview. We're just really excited, celebrating. And as you know, we fancy some lemon drop shots. All right? And usually we get asked, what kind of liquor would you like in those? And we just say Tito's. And again, I think I've said on here before, like, we did like 10 shots between the three of us a couple weeks ago. Like, they're not super strong. They're just very big. They're like 3.5 ounces or something like that. Like, very big shots. And we unfortunately had the terrible incident of the guy not asking us what liquor, and then we didn't ask him about it until after the first shot. And after that first shot, we all felt that. We were like, what the fuck is in that shot? Because that was not just Tito's. Like, I'm spinning. It was a lot. But of course, after the first one, I'm like, let's get going. Like, let's order a second, you know? Maddie's like, I'm good. I'm going to drive. So, like, I'm not going to have another one. And I was like, all right, well, train, like, let's go. We're going to have another one. He's like, all right, cool. So he brings us the second one. After we take the second one, well, I think as he drops off the second one, Maddie asks, like, what's in those? And he was like, oh, the bartender put like some triple sec, there's a couple different things in there. It's a mixture of things. And I was like, we're fucked. that's that. We are fucking screwed. I was like, great. But of course, after that first fucking shot, I was feeling great. Ordered the second one. And then I was like, yeah, but who cares? Like, order a third. We're celebrating. So we ordered a third one. I should have never. First of all, I should have never taken the second one. But I should have really never taken the third. Oh my God. I think I was spinning in the fucking bathroom at the restaurant. Because I was like, oh my God, I have to pee. But of course, I feel like if you're sitting for a long period of time drinking or whatever, when you stand up, that shit hits you 10 times harder. And the walk to the bathroom wasn't that bad, but the walk back, I was like, it is time to go. We got to wrap it up because I don't know that I can hang any longer. But yeah, so once he told us that it was a mixture of things, I was like, great, we're screwed. Like, we are definitely screwed. And so, of course, we finish our dinner. We ended up making it back home. We go to bed. I wake up first. I don't even know what time it was. I woke up. I made my way to the bathroom. And then I went back to bed. I don't even think it was 10 minutes afterwards. I heard Maddie get up and she went to the bathroom and she had her turn. And then we both went back to bed. And I remember when we woke up, for some fucking unknown reason, I don't know what possessed us to think that we were going to leave at 5 a.m. to be on the road to drive somewhere at 5 a.m. First of all, that's stupid anyway, because we couldn't check into our hotel until like 3 or 4 or something like that. So we would have gotten there like 2 hours, 3 hours early. Anyway, so it ended up saving us in the long haul, which is great. But Maddie was like slowly, surely packing things up. And I'm in the bathroom like the whole morning. And I'm just like, oh my God, like this is terrible. I feel absolutely terrible. And I'm like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm just laying on the floor in the living room. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. I'm sorry. I wish there's something I could do for either one of us. Sorry. I had to take a brief break there because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Blair, but apparently we feel the need to run the fucking tornado sirens 3 times a day. I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, you would think that this is an exaggeration. It's not. It is not as an exaggeration. I swear to God, like every fucking day, they go off 3 times a day. And it's usually like 11 o'clock in the morning. Right now it's 1:25 while I'm recording this. Random ass fucking time of day. But like, hey, let's start the fucking tornado sirens. Why not? But anyways, I was saying Maddie was taking her turn. I was like, I wish there's something I could do for either one of us because this just feels awful. I think we ended up hitting the road at like 8:30, maybe 8:45. So a little bit later than we planned, but we made it and we had a great time. And when we got to our hotel and we checked in, and this is what I was saying about the whole like Midwest nice, because other than my guest and her family, and there was a couple other people, like our server at the restaurant we went to and that kind of stuff. There was a couple people that were nice. I'm not going to say everybody was fucking mean. But when we got to the hotel, I went to check in. First of all, they have these 2 like black podiums like on the corner, pushed up against a wall. When you walk in, it's kind of hidden. Like, it's not the first fucking thing that you see. Also, they got rid of their like POS systems or whatever, and that they were using like 2 Dell laptops. First of all, okay, Marriott, what the fuck? Get it together. Okay, this is not the Marriott I grew up going to. So what is happening? But anyway, they ended up getting a new system that they didn't know how to fucking work. So I get there, we walk in, and I just start walking to this podium because I'm like, well, I think this is it. It doesn't say front desk. It doesn't say check-in. It doesn't say Marriott. It doesn't say anything on it. And I just walk over there and I see a guy that he works there. I didn't know he worked at the front desk, but he was like, I don't even know what he was doing, cleaning, sweeping or something like that. And so he like eyeballs me and I'm like, okay. So we walk over to the podium and he just looks at me and I'm like checking in and he's like, what's the name? I was like, okay, well, it's under my married name, but my ID and my form of payment are both under my maiden name. So I just need you to change the last name, or if you guys don't care and I can just pay whatever. And he was like, I'm not seeing a Brie Kelly on here. And I'm like, No, because I just fucking told you that I used my fucking maiden name. So you won't find my fucking married name there. I was irritated. And first of all, no, I didn't even mention, he had one fucking headphone in. I hate when people do that. Because are you actually even listening to whatever the fuck is in your ear? And at that point, why not just get ones that don't go in your fucking ear? Why not just get the ones that go over your ears, like over the whatever, and your ear is open so that you can fucking hear people? Ew, I was so annoyed. But we ended up walking up to the desk, and he's like, can you put your card in there? And I'm like, sure. Didn't even fucking tell me how much it was. Nothing. I'm like, whatever. And by the way, ended up being like $100 more than what the fuck it said it was online when I booked the reservation in the first place. And it says it's subject to change, which I don't know why, because if you know what fucking hotel I'm going to and you know what fees they have, why is it subject to change? And why can't I just pay for it online? Why do I have to wait till I get there, then pay for it and have it be, and you don't even tell me how much I'm fucking paying? Oh, I was irritated. Anyway, gives us our key cards. I like didn't even say it was done. Just like it beeped at me. So I took my card out. He goes, he finishes the key cards. He hands them back to us. He's like, room 2, whatever. I was like, okay. So we get in the elevator. There's 2. We get in the elevator and we push 2. We go up to our room, whatever. We walk inside. May I mind you, this fucking hotel is set up so fucking weird. Like, not set up weird, decorated weird. The interior designer had to have been like tripping on LSD or something. Like, I don't know who decided that this was the best theme or like aesthetic to go with, because it's so mixed of a bunch of different shit. Like, nothing matched. Nothing. There was a blue, dark blue, like navy blue velvet half, I don't even know what you would call that, like half bench situation to be like a dining nook. And then it had this oval table that had all those like boomerang shapes on it, like the one from like a 50s fucking restaurant with the chrome on the side. And then the pillows on the chair for that were like comic book, like bang pow, whatever, with like women comic drawings or whatever. Nothing fucking matched. 2 of the lamps that were in there both had red like cords, like covering their cording or whatever. So that matched, I guess. The wallpaper in the actual room was like 2 different, I think it was the same paint color on 2 different walls, but on the corner where the split is, it had like not even up all the way up to the top and all the way to the bottom. I'm talking like smack dab in the middle of the fucking wall, like this weird, I don't even know, shape, this weird V shape across the walls. And it was more of like a pixelated whatever. None of it fucking made sense. I'm telling you, nothing made sense. The bathroom, first of all, it was a barn door, not a pocket door. So you would think pocket door comes out of, like, it goes inside of the wall. So, like, there is no door. But the barn door is what's on, like, there's a door, there's a doorway, and then there's a door on a rail right behind it. So it doesn't even close all the way. Like, it's open on both fucking sides. It's so not any sort of privacy. I was so blown away. It was so weird. And the wallpaper in there was, think a abandoned old gas station, right? Like a deserted gas station on highway, whatever the fuck, far, far away, right? Picture that, the same picture, 47,000 times across the entire wall in the bathroom. And then randomly throughout those weird ass fucking repeated pictures, there's a giraffe over here. And there's an astronaut over here. And there's an alien up. Who the fuck came up with this shit? And is it just like you got everything on sale, like clearance palette at fucking IKEA or something? Like, I did not understand. I was like, I don't know what all of this is, but I'm not having a good time. It does not look very like cozy and inviting. It's so trippy and weird. Anyways, but then when we went to go leave and we came back, we went to, there was a lady at the check-in area checking somebody in. And we ended up going in the other elevator because there was 2. We went in the one across. Some unknown fucking reason, you need a key card. You need your card for your hotel room to scan whatever floor you're going on. But only on that one fucking elevator. They both go to the same fucking floor. They both open to the same fucking place, but only one of them has it. So, anyways, I went in the second elevator. I start pushing the button, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on? And nothing happens. And I was like, okay, whatever. Let's just take the other one. So I walk out of the elevator, and I was like, I think there's something wrong with the elevator. And she's like, yeah, you need a key card. Do you have one of those? I was like, yeah. Ew. Like, oh God, I was so irritated. I was like, why is everybody so fucking mean here? I don't understand. But whatever. We ended up getting upstairs, got to our room. It was weird, but it was great. Let me look at my notes to see what I want to talk about, because I know that I always get fucking distracted. Oh yeah, so then we got to the room and we ended up ordering some Chinese food on DoorDash, and then we both took showers, and I started editing Maddie and I's finished editing Maddie and I's episode while we were there, which was really nice, and then scheduled that to be posted for the next day. And then the next morning, I was literally so nervous, but we got up, we went to a coffee place, we went and got Freddy's for lunch, and then we came back and I got ready to go to her house to do the interview. And honestly, I have to say, being invited to an influencer's house was such a surreal moment. And I don't think there is really a way. I mean, I guess you can kind of explain it as if you were to go onto like a TV set or something. Obviously, that sounds very weird and non-personal, but it's the same concept as that. Like, it's a place that nobody else gets to go. You only see it on TV. You only see it on TikTok, right? And so just being invited in was such an honor, honestly. Like, for her to take a chance on me and this podcast was, I never, ever, ever can thank her enough. Seriously. I was so fucking thankful and so grateful for that opportunity. And I still am. I'm still working on editing that episode, and I'm just so excited for it to come out, because I am really excited for how it went. It turned out really good. And I'm just happy with the way everything's going with the podcast. I feel like I haven't gotten as much rejection as I thought I would. I've gotten a lot of support, and I just am really thankful for that. So, but yeah, so we get to her house, and I was already really nervous because I didn't want to mess up, obviously, but I was nervous because we had to reset everything up. So I had to bring my computer, both microphones, my iPad, the interface that goes with the microphones, my phone so we could record, the tripod, lighting, like everything. So it was a lot, and I was very nervous because I was like, please, I never take shit down and put it back up. It's always just up at my house. So I never have to do the whole traveling situation. And we also use a different recording software on my computer than I usually do, because it doesn't matter why. But anyways, and I was just so fucking nervous that it wasn't going to work, or that we were going to press play and it wasn't going to record, or I was going to fucking delete the episode or the recording or the video or whatever. I was just so nervous that I was like, oh my gosh, I really hope nothing happens. Like, I can't go back and redo this. So I just really hope it fucking works. And it turned out good. It turned out good. I'm really happy about that. But honestly, I have to tell you, I tried prepping so many times. Like, I wrote down all my notes the same way I do on here, like for my normal solo episodes. And I didn't know what to expect because I'd never done that before. Obviously, I have very much sense of comfortability when it's just me and Maddie and I'm asking her questions. I have no problem looking at my computer like this and not worrying about whatever. I was very nervous that I wasn't going to remember the questions, or I was going to be constantly looking at my computer or my iPad, like wondering what I'm supposed to be doing. And like, it wasn't going to be very authentic, and it wasn't going to be comfortable or even enjoyable to watch. And it turned out completely the opposite. So I just have to pat myself on the back for that, because it is a big fucking accomplishment, and I'm really proud of myself for it. So I just want you guys to know that it is on its way. I'm really excited about it, and you guys should be too, because it is just a really good episode. You can make sure you set aside some time, because it's a long episode. It's like probably twice as long as my normal episodes. So keep that in mind. One of the things that I thought was crazy, again, like I was preparing all my notes and everything like that. I didn't know what to expect. And sitting down, the only thing I can say is that I just need to completely reread my questions a million fucking times. I need to memorize my fucking questions. So that way, when the biggest thing was that I wasn't leading the conversation. She was leading the conversation. It wasn't about me, it was about her. So I had my notes to look at, but I was just going off whatever she was saying. So if she brought up something like her husband, I was like, "Oh, so I was going to ask you about your husband," or "I know that you had mentioned your mom. I was going to ask you about your mom, blah blah blah." And I just am really happy with how I even super nervous. I feel like I was way more worried about being nervous that I was going to fuck it up, that I was not confident that my heart knew what to do and to just trust and to go in with it, because you just don't know what the fuck's going to come out of it. So I'm just really happy. I just had to prep all my questions, reread them a million times. Every time she said something, I was able to maneuver the conversation in a different way. And I was really happy when we went out to dinner. She had mentioned, I just thought that was so cool. Like, every time, you're really good at interviewing. Every time I went to go ask you a question, I felt like you just turned it back on me and we were talking about me again. And I, it sounds silly, but to know that not only for it to be recognized, but to be complimented on it meant a lot to me, because I don't have any sense of, obviously, my wife's always my number one supporter, but I don't have any other form of reference to go off of opinion wise or anything like that. And so it was really cool to get the feedback from somebody, and it wasn't just like an experience just for her. And I mean, it was an experience for me too, but it was nice to be able to know that what I'm doing is actually worth doing. It's good to know that I can sit down and have a conversation with somebody I've never fucking met, ask them about their life, and even if I'm fucking nervous, my conscience is calm and is, just rethinking, all right, wait, where can we turn this conversation to? We need to pivot over here. We need to change it to this. And I'm just proud of myself. I have been reaching out every fucking day to new people to be on the pod, so guests. And I've been reaching out to brands in hopes that I can partner with a brand that I really enjoy and I really love. So I've been working on that. If you have any people that you guys would like to see on next after my first guest, please let me know. Tell me in the comments, DM me, and I'd love to figure it out and make a trip out to wherever that is and do that interview. And I have to say, lastly, I have to give credit to every fucking content creator, every YouTuber, every fucking TikTok, all that shit, and especially the fucking moms that are also doing that. Being a mom is a full-time job. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm not a mom, and I know that. I can recognize that that's a full-time fucking job. Your job never ends. You never get to clock out. You never, ever, ever get a break. Like, you go back every day to being a mom. Like, you never get to take that apron off, ever. And I just can't imagine, like, all the shit that I'm doing. It's fucking hard, okay? Doing all the editing, learning how to use different software, different formats of different shit, and like how to save it, where it goes, what to do with it, why it doesn't I have to convert it to a MP4, whatever the fuck. It's so much fucking work, especially for somebody who's never fucking been involved in the technical world. And it's hard. It is a lot to adapt to. It's hard to adjust. And I just have to give everybody their fucking flowers, because if you're doing that every day and you wake up and you post shit, I mean, just having my own personal and the podcast, Instagram, and TikToks, that's 4 accounts. I also have a separate account that I use for social media traction and whatnot and whatever, and learning with that online class that I'm doing. And it's a lot. And to then go back and make sure that everything's posted and you shared it and you reposted it and you did this. And it is a lot of fucking work. It never fucking ends. And I'm just like, God, I'm so, like, I just want to post this and be done. But like, it isn't. You post it, you need to share it, you need to tag the person that's in it, you need to do that. Like, every fucking thing. It's a lot of fucking work. So pat yourself on the back if you're doing that shit. And if you aren't, and you don't think that that's a hard job, I challenge you to 10 fucking days to treat your life like a fucking influencer. And I know damn well that you'd think that that shit's hard, because ain't no way you're getting up, setting that shit on a tripod, moving the tripod so that you can get out of bed, get back in bed, Pretend that you're getting out of bed for the first time. Move it every time that you need to walk somewhere. You're retracing your steps 3 fucking times. One to set it up, one to do what you're doing, another one to go fucking back to get the camera to set it up another place. So just think of doing everything that you're doing 3 fucking times. That's crazy. I just can't. So, all right, bitches, let's get into the Fave 5 of the week. Starting off with bread and butter. I am on a like bland diet for my digestive system to hopefully give it a break because it hates me and it's all sorts out of whack. So my doctor put me on this like bland diet. So bananas, rice, toast, applesauce, bagels. I can have like cooked veggies. I can have some fresh fruits, but not too many. And yeah, so it's nothing that's acidic, no orange juice, no oranges, very, very, very few tomatoes. And if you know me, I fucking love tomatoes. I could eat a tomato like an apple. I love tomatoes, especially from the fucking farmer stand. Don't even get me started. So good. Unreal. So good. But yeah, so anything that's bland, that's what the fuck that I have to eat. So anything that sounds good, you can't eat that. Like, oh my God, that sounds so good. Yeah, you probably can't have it. Anything that you're like, wow, like, that does not sound very good. Like, that's so boring. That's right. That's what the fuck I can eat. Boring. So, not a whole lot of seasonings. I can only have like salt and pepper and a very, very small amount of butter or oil when I'm cooking. And which I don't know why I'm complaining so much because, and you can only have meat once a day. But again, I don't know why I'm complaining so much because this is literally what I eat anyway. Except I know that after this whole 10 to 14 days that I'm doing this, it's going to be really fucking hard because I'm going to have to try to implement things that I haven't ate in 14 days back into my diet. And that's going to be really hard. Just knowing that my stomach's going to hurt and it hasn't hurt in 10 days. So then it's going to hurt. And I'm just not really looking forward to that. But it's not a long-term diet that I can sustain my body and energy on. So anyway, bread and butter, okay? Sourdough, baguette, Italian loaf. Any way you fucking slice that shit, bitch. Put some butter on it. That shit's fire. Cheesecake Factory, the brown bread. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That shit's fire. I love bread. Okay, speaking of places, we're getting way off track. But speaking of places with great fucking bread, yes, Cheesecake Factory brown bread. But Firebirds is like a steakhouse wood-fired grill place. It's so fucking good. And their bread that they bring out as like your appetizer or whatever, so it's always warm. It's always fresh. It's so fucking good. So good. I'm actually kind of craving that. And they have a really good BLT salad. I can't have lettuce right now, but that sounds so yummy. And like it's like a ranch, but it's like a garlic ranch. I think it's like house made. I don't know. Changes the fucking game. All right? So good. But anyway, bread and butter. That's how I like it. Just plain fucking boring. Also, this right here. Second thing is my MacBook Air that I just got. I'm really happy that it ended up working out for everything that I needed it to when we went to Oklahoma. And that made me really happy because it just validified. I don't know if that's a word, but validated the fact that I spent $1,200 on this and hoping that obviously it's a risk. You have to fucking spend money to make money, and that's what we're doing. And it's hard telling yourself that like, yeah, it's going to pay off because right now you're just like digging a hole deeper and like hopefully it pays off because this hole is getting really fucking deep, bitch. But yeah, I'm really happy because it was a game changer for me to be able to edit on the go, for me to finish me and Maddie's episode, and then to start editing the episode and everything after my guest interview. It was just seriously a game changer. I'm really glad that I purchased it because I have an iPad and it has the key folio or whatever the fuck, the keyboard case, but it's just not the same. It's hard to edit. It doesn't use the same layout, and my desktop obviously can't bring that with me. My big ass Mac pink thing, but it's so nice. So I'm really happy that everything is just like linked together through the cloud or whatever and through my Apple ID, and everything is findable everywhere. I can get on any fucking device and find anything that I saved, and I just love that. So definitely happy with this purchase. She's cute. I definitely do need to get a case though, because we scuffed her up when we went to Oklahoma, and I was so sad about it, but we ended up getting out. So glad about that. Okay, plain ass Cheerios, because I can't have anything with fucking flavor. So we got a Costco size 2-box pack or whatever of plain ass Cheerios. I could probably have the honey nut ones, but we're not going to go crazy for that. We're just going to stick with the boring plain Cheerios. But yeah, since I'm on that like low flavor diet or whatever, they're actually a really good snack. And it's nice because I feel like they don't taste like a whole lot. So I feel like I can force myself to eat them, because I do have a really hard time eating anytime. Like right when I wake up in the morning, I can't eat. Like I'm not hungry. I do not want to eat anything. I probably would throw up if I ate in the morning. But it's nice because I could just pour like a little bowl of some Cheerios. I just eat them dry. I'm lactose intolerant. So, I mean, yes, we have lactose free milk, but plain Cheerios with milk? That just sounds awful. Better as like a plain dry snack. That's what's good. Okay, the Naturium Glow Getter Multi-Oil Face and Body Wash. Good at taking off makeup before your regular facial cleanser, or I use it twice when I don't have makeup on, or after a makeup remover. It works great. So you can use it before a makeup remover, after a makeup remover, no makeup on, use it twice. That shit's great. Actually, I love it. It smells so clean, and it kind of like foams up as you lather. It feels so clean, and it smells so clean. It reminds me of like just the perfect spend all day outside in the fucking sun, and then you go back to your room or your hotel if you're on vacation, or you just go back to your house after you're swimming or whatnot, and you take a shower, and then you just feel so clean but like sunburned, and like it's like, yeah, like that. Just so good. I love it. Okay, so last thing is the 5 Crowns card game. Okay, I wrote a little snippet down here. I'm just going to read that because it's easier than trying to explain it like off the rip. It's been so nice to get us off our phones at night, and it gets more difficult the higher the rounds go. So you play 10 rounds, 3 through 13. The round you are on is the number of cards dealt, which is also a wild card. So if you're on round 4, or round 2, which is 4 cards, then 4 is also a wild card. So you want to get a run of 3 or more cards, like 3, 4, 5 of hearts, or more, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of hearts if you have that many cards, or a book, which is 3 or more cards of the same value. So 4 eights or 5 kings, and you want to be the first one to match up everything that you have and go out, which is placing your cards down with no points left over. And then the other player has one more round to match up what they can, count up the rest to add to the score sheet. So 3 is 3 points. Jacks are 11, queens are 12, kings are 13. So it gets messy early or quick. It really depends how often and well that you shuffle the discard pile and the draw card deck. So I definitely love that game. It's been great to get us off our fucking phones and to just spend some time together. And it is kind of a mind boggler. So it's nice to think, because you definitely can set shit down and you're like, damn it, like I did not mean to set that down, or I did, but now I'm regretting my decision. So it's been nice because we played a couple practice rounds, but now we're like, okay, we have to play by the real rules. If you set that shit down, you can't fucking pick it back up. But I think it's like $9, $10 or something at like Walmart or Target, wherever. Amazon, it's probably on sale for Amazon Prime Day. Anyway, all right, bitches, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Planet Kelly, and I can't wait to see you with my guest in the next episode. I'll see you next week, bitch. Bye.